Hello there, Amanda here. I have been teasing this video for some time. I did plan for this video to come out earlier. It just didn't. And that, honestly, that says so much about the content of this video. Okay, so you're gonna need a little backstory. My daughter is 6. She is doing math on a 3rd grade level. One of the reasons that we chose to homeschool, because there are many reasons, but one of the reasons we chose to homeschool was so that my daughter could advance academically where she needed to. I didn't want to have her in a class setting where she was going to be with, 20 to 30 other students and have to be down on a certain level just because of her age. She has never been at her age level academically. Anyways, so because we knew for a long time that my daughter just needed a little bit more, not because she was behind, but because she was a little ahead, I decided to meet her where she's at. So she's doing right now, well, when I first decided to give her assessments to place her in curriculum, the very first math assessment she ever did placed her in 2nd grade math, or like about a 2nd grade level. So we started her in a 1st grade level math because I wanted to kind of meet halfway. She's supposed to be in kindergarten, but she tested into 2nd grade. So we'll give her 1st grade because then we're not putting her so far ahead that it just runs away. I didn't want her to have too much responsibility that she couldn't handle yet either. So, right, halfway. Okay, so now she's currently doing about 2nd grade level math, and she could be doing a little bit more, maybe. Okay, so that's where we're at. We were using the Good and the Beautiful's math program for 1st grade last year, and it worked out. It was fine. Everything was great. We did good for the first half of the year. And then December rolled around and they announced that they were going to, real quick, I just want to apologize if my voice sounds horrendous in this video. I just filmed 2 other videos and I'm not feeling great. The Good and the Beautiful announced that they would be discontinuing their current math line and bringing out a new math line. So everything was super discounted, 75% off or something. So I snatched a level 2 at a very discounted price. Then all of a sudden, level 1 stopped being a great match for her. Now, she was still able to do the work and she was still grasping all the concepts, but it seemed like maybe the way that the Good and the Beautiful taught was where the problem lied. And I decided, okay, so maybe next year we will actually use something different. Well, we finished out level 1. We finished out level 1. And then when it was time to start level 2, because the Good and the Beautiful's level 2 math was available for a free download, I did start the level 2 from the Good and the Beautiful that I purchased at the discounted price. But I also downloaded unit 1 of the new stuff because it was free and I didn't know if it was going to work or what we were going to end up doing. And also I looked into Horizons math because my daughter had expressed to me one time, she said, "Mom, why are we doing all this stories and extra stuff and why are these games? I just want equations on a paper and I just want to do them and be through with it, because she did understand. So I was like, okay, well, I'll find something that's maybe a little less fluff. And Horizons looked to be a really great way to move in that direction. I heard from a lot of people that Horizons was just a little ahead of a lot of other curriculum. I don't know if it was actually like advanced, like the second grade level was actually intended for third grade level or something. I don't think so. It was just ahead of some of the other stuff. So we did get second grade or level 2 Horizons, and we started that, and it was okay, but it was like a lot on one page for my daughter, like overwhelming, just because it was so much and so many different things all on one page. It was still good stuff, but like I've said before, she's not in love with like a lot of writing. So when it would like ask her to fill in the hundreds chart, that's a lot of numbers to have to write. I don't want to fill in a hundreds chart. So we did a couple lessons of that, and then we kind of stopped. Kept doing the Good and the Beautiful's old level 1 or level 2 for a little while, trying to kind of just chug along. And then I also picked up Ray's Arithmetic, because I thought, okay, maybe the problem lies with, things being on a sheet of paper. Maybe if we just like discuss the concepts and talk about it, maybe that would be helpful. So we tried that for a while, and that also didn't work. So we used the Good and the Beautiful level 2. It wasn't doing great. We used Horizons, not so much. We used Ray's Arithmetic, not so much. We also used the new level 2 from the Good and the Beautiful, also not so much. Well, then I realized, you know what the one thing I haven't done? Go back and try the first one again, because nothing else was really improving our math lessons. So we actually picked back up on that. I think we had gotten to about lesson 30 whenever we stopped doing that, and we kind of bounced around to other stuff. We picked back up on lesson 30, and we are doing great with that right now. So we did manage to get back into something and get into a little routine. So that is working out again, the original old math 2 from the Good and Beautiful. Okay. All throughout this journey of trying to figure out what we're going to do for math, because I am not very strong in math. I passed all of my math in school. I did okay. I could come to an answer, but I didn't enjoy it. I wasn't great at it. And I don't want to diminish her love for math, because she once told me that math was her favorite subject, and it's not anymore. And I don't want that to continue. That makes me sad, And her dad's really great with math, and I think she gets that from him, a logical mindset, but I'm her primary instructor, and I don't have that logical mindset. So I need to figure this out, right? In the process of doing that, I picked up these books. So these are like vintage classroom textbooks, basically. And I think what I picked up was like a pre-math, or like the very beginning of math in this book, grades 1 and 2 in this book, and then grade 3 in this book. So I did get, stuff that's like way younger than her level, just because this was such a different approach to math that I wanted something super simple to kind of, like, I knew she'd get through it, and she knew she'd get through it. So it would like help her confidence level. Maybe if she could get through this, then she'd be able to get through this. So what these are, this is the Jolly Number Tales book 1. I did look into getting book 2, but I didn't want to spend a whole year going through these because they are so simple. So I just got one of them, and then I picked up the next level. I didn't know where she'd place in this stuff. I didn't know if she'd enjoy it, so I just picked up a couple different things to see. These, I picked them up all on eBay, and probably the most expensive one was like $13 or something, I don't know. So pretty affordable. And this, like I said, is for first and second. And if you can get your hands on something that covers 2 school years in one, well, all right. So this, it says it's a supplementary first reader correlated with arithmetic. And then it's copyright 1937. Okay, so that's when this book is from. And it is just stories. And it talks about little, how many girls are there, and if there's, there's twin girls, and how many girls are there, and if there's these girls and these girls and these girls, well, how many cupcakes do they need for all the girls? And oh, that's where we left off. We're apparently this far into it. Just because we're just reading it for fun at this point. It's sort of it's not really a supplement, because our actual math is like way on a higher level than this. It's honestly just for the enjoyment and just to give her some extra practice. I just read this to her, and it'll like ask questions. So let me see if I can. Here's a test for you to do. Betty counted 6 birds and 3 birds. Can you tell how many birds Betty counted? And then so I'll give her the chance to answer that, and we just kind of talk about it. It's been nice. So we are doing that alongside our actual, like our math workbook from The Good and the Beautiful. She's finishing up this year. Well, okay, so we homeschool year round because, well, why not? If we don't take off like 2 to 3 months in the summer, then we can take off kind of whenever we want in the rest of the year. And we're also planning to take off some time in like September or October. So we just school year round. But she's finishing up a lot of her material from like this year, with the exception of math. Math is going to keep going for a while, just because I don't want to stop, honestly, because anytime we take a break, like we have such a hard time getting back into it. So if I just keep a consistent schedule, we do a lot better. So I don't want to have to stop anyways. So we're going to keep doing that. And then probably once we finish this book, I'll just move right into the next book. What I'm thinking I'll do, this is going to be such a long video. What I'm thinking I'll do is put this like in a morning basket thing, and just like start our day with a little like thought, like thinking about math. Do this in the morning, just like sitting together. We don't have to get like a bunch of stuff out. Maybe have like some Legos or something for her if she does want to use a manipulative, and maybe bring out the dry erase board if she does want to see it on paper or something. But it doesn't need to be a whole thing. And then when we like have our like sit down structured lesson time, then we get out the book. That's what I'm thinking we'll do, but I don't know. So as soon as we finish that one, I think we'll move into this one. This one is the smallest one, actually, of all of them. And it's called First Journeys in Numberland. I will say this is a Scott Forsman and Company book, which I'm pretty sure they like are still a very popular curriculum. These First Journeys in Numberland are intended for the 1st and 2nd grades. This is copyrighted 1911. All right. And this is what it looks like. So right at the very beginning, which is the tallest bear, which is the shortest bear, which is taller, Papa Bear or Mama Bear. And it talks about the vocabulary of taller and shorter and larger and smaller. And then it goes into nearer and wider. And then it talks about feet, 1 foot, 2 foot. How many feet do you think it is from the floor to the blackboard? And then measure it. So it's, what I like about this is it's like conversation. It's not just me talking at her, where I'm asking questions and we're discussing it all the time together. And it's kind of, it's kind of cute, the content in these books. It just feels so, I don't know, simple. And like, if this was how we learned always, just in conversation, that'd be nice. So it does go, at the end here it says 2 times 7 or 14, 2 times 9 or 18. So there's multiplication and fractions and money. So, and then once we finish that, we can move on to the next one. This one does say right at the front, says grade 3. And this is copyright 1937 to 40. It says this is a California state textbook. And it has the same kind of feel. You know, it's just like a storybook and conversation. Ooh. Adding dollars and cents. Something else I will say about these older texts is it seems like they might be in just like a different order. And maybe it's a better order, maybe it's not, but I like the opportunity to kind of explore both. We can do these vintage texts and we can do the workbook that we're already doing, and we can mix them together and it can be beautiful. And so that's what I'm really hoping for. I'm hoping that if we put these like in the morning basket, then we just have this conversation and we're doing the lesson later in the day, like a structured lesson. And because she's doing this like very simple stuff, this can just be a conversation because she knows it. It's just like review. It's not anything new or difficult. So all that we've covered. This is just for math, right? And next year, she will be ready to move on to 3rd grade level. And I really think it's important to be her instructor. Like that's another one of the many reasons we chose to homeschool, is I want to be the one that's involved in what she's learning each day. I want to be that for her. I want it to be something we do together, not just something that I have her sit at a computer and do all day, because I know that that's an option. I don't want that for her. However, I do know that teaching textbooks is a very popular math program. And I've sat her at the computer once or twice to do like Khan Academy, so like something free that she could just kind of do in her free time. And she seemed to really enjoy watching the video and doing it right there. So this upcoming school year, my plan is to give teaching textbooks a try. She will be ready to start 3rd grade level math, which is where they start. They don't have anything before 3rd grade. And I hear that their math is a pretty like simple for their grade level. So it's going to be an easy 3rd grade, at least at the beginning. So I've decided I'm going to give it a try. If it works, if she's happy, if she's learning more, if she can get back into the love for math, then I'm willing to give that over and not be her primary instructor for math. I will still be doing all the other things, so it'll be okay. But I really liked doing the math with her because I didn't love it in school. I have grown to like it a lot more now that I'm teaching it. But oh well. And I'm gonna sit with her and make sure that like whatever she's learning, I'm aware of it. That way, if she has any questions, I'm still able to help her out. But I think that's what we're gonna give a try this upcoming year. The Good and the Beautiful does still offer their math completely free for PDF download. So if I absolutely had to, like if it was just not working out and I needed something that day, I could still just download and print out a lesson of their math if I needed to. if we found out early enough that this wasn't going to work, I would definitely order another math curriculum. But I've been doing a lot of searching for the perfect math curriculum, and I told myself I wasn't going to be that person because I know I've heard a lot of people say, oh, math, homeschool math is so this, and oh gosh, every homeschool parent deals with this. And it's like, nah, yeah, no, that's not true. Well, here I am. So we're doing this and we're doing that. And next year we'll be doing the other thing. So I don't know. We'll see. Next year we'll give it some time and then I'll update you on how it's going after we've tried it out. But it'll be a while before you get another math update. Fingers crossed. Thank you so much for listening to me just ramble on about math. If you want to look into this kind of stuff, like I said, I got it off eBay, so I cannot guarantee that you will find the exact same things. But all I did was I looked up. What did I look up? So first what I did was I searched the internet for similar things to Ray's arithmetic, Hamilton's arithmetic, everyday arithmetic, or Hamilton's everyday arithmetic or something, and just searching for things that vintage math curriculum, because I knew I wanted something really old to just give it a try because it's so different than what we're doing now. I didn't want to just get something else that's on the same, something that was released 5 years ago. I wanted something old. So I did that. I looked at a couple different places. I looked on thrift books and just a general Google search of this kind of stuff, but eBay was the place. It kind of always is for this kind of thing for me. So I would say just go into eBay and put in, vintage math textbook and see what comes up. There were a lot of other options too. These were just the ones that I thought looked the best. And I will say I really liked the look of this one, and I didn't see any more of this type, the next level or anything. So maybe it's a different name and I'm just not aware that it is the next level, or maybe they don't have a next level. And then this one I found lots of levels for. So if this works out, this child life arithmetics, if this works out, I will be very happy because there were lots of levels. Level 3 might have just been the first one. I know that I saw level 7 and level 9 and stuff like that. So there's lots of options. Just, you gotta click on it, see if they have included pictures of any of the pages, see if you can find it anywhere else online to give you a better look inside. I wasn't able to look inside all of these, I don't think, but I just took that leap of faith and I'm really happy with what I found. So thank you so much for watching.